What is going on, beautiful paint community? This is Aiden Smith, and this is the Paint Your Path podcast. And if you are a painting contractor, a painting business owner, or entrepreneur, you are in the right place. We're going to give you some value. You're going to walk away from this episode with some nuggets, and we're going to make sure it's worth your listen. We appreciate you tuning in. And this is actually a super special episode because Joel and I have been working on creating a series for you guys because we understand that we want to bring value as much as you want to get it. And what better way than to break down every single segment of the painting business and talk about it with you guys and give you not only the game that we use in our painting business that has helped us scale all of our clients' companies and game from the biggest companies that we're connected with and that we know about and what their operations look like, so we can give that to you so you can take it and actually become the CEO and the leader that your business needs you to be in order to grow. Okay. So this series is going to be called the Painting Business CEO series, and we're going to teach you how to up your game as the CEO in your painting business. We're going to cover a lot, guys: sales, marketing, leadership, work-life balance. We're going to talk about office. Like, we're going to cover in depth a bunch of different topics, and we're super excited to share that with you. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about work-life balance. And I know, what about sales? What about marketing? That's not painting specific. Let me tell you something. Before you're a painting business owner, you are a business owner. You are a leader and an entrepreneur, and it starts with you, right? It's the law of the lid, right? John C. Maxwell. Your business is only going to grow as much as you do, okay? Your business won't grow more than you as the leader. So you have to actually get right, and then your business will follow, and you will become the leader that your guys need you to be, okay? So first off, I want to shout out our sponsor, DripJobs. If you're interested in an all-in-one CRM that not only do I use in my painting business, Joel uses it in his painting business, and we've scaled a lot of companies using this CRM. It's called DripJobs. If you haven't heard of it, go get a demo, go check it out, dripjobs.com. And if you're interested in actually testing it out for your painting business, just use PATH60 and you'll get 60 days free, PATH 60, and it is going to help you immensely as an all-in-one CRM, automations, text responses, sending proposals, you name it, guys. Powerhouse of a software. Definitely go check it out. So without further ado, guys, we're going to be talking about work-life balance. And this is something that I've been candidly struggling with a little bit. As you guys know, I'm involved in a couple different things, right? I have the coaching, I have my painting business, we have the podcast, we do events. There's like a lot of things going on, and I have my personal life, right? So I need to balance all of that. And I'm sure if you're listening, you probably have similar stuff, right? Painting business is going, you're in the storm, you're ramping up for the busy season. And how do you manage everything, right? Like, how do we become efficient with our time so we can really become the person that our business needs us to be and be available and not go to bed with 40 different things on our mind, right? Or when we're playing with our kids or with our spouses, we don't feel like we're on our phone and responding to calls and, constantly having the business rattle our mind so we can't be fully present with them. And I know a lot of people that are listening to this are affected in that way because it has haunted me for a long time. When I was doing my painting business in Philly, it was one of the reasons that I decided to move to Florida and really just kind of reset, man. Like, things weren't right and I needed to reset. And I've been getting better, right? I'm not going to tell you that everything's perfect out here and, I'm not answering calls when I shouldn't be, but I've been a lot better and I've been a lot more disciplined. So I'm going to share some of the things that I do in my painting business and the things I teach people as well to do. And it's actually perfect timing because last night we had a coaching call for our group, and we had a guy named Glenn. And Glenn Williamson, he's an awesome guy that we support. He has an awesome software over at Mighty Stack for guys looking to scale 7-figure company plus with a CRM. And man, he was shedding some light on the things he was doing because he's looking to hit 8 million with his painting business. He was giving some game to our guys. And I asked him, I said, what does your day look like? What does it look like to kind of have to juggle that, at a high level? And he said, you gotta win your morning, right? You gotta wake up early and you gotta do something that you don't want to do, right? He goes to the gym 5 days a week, every single morning, and he hits the sauna and does a workout. And it seems simple, right? Get up, go to the gym, right? Like, just go. But once you do that every single day, Monday through Friday, 52 weeks in a row, that's a hard task to do and accomplish. And I know there's a lot of guys online that have been going consistently to the gym and They'll be like, hey, day 740 at the gym. Like, that is true discipline. And the people that do that, the numbers always follow the discipline, right? That's another thing he said. He said, if you look at the top guys, the 7-figure plus earners, multi-million-dollar businesses, it's all the same habits, right? It's, I get up early, I do something and win the morning. And then the rest of the day, I can handle it because I'm ready. I already did something in the morning that I don't necessarily love to do. And I went through some pain. I experienced some stress. I'm ready for whatever the day throws at him or at me or him or whoever the business owner is, right? And the cool thing about that is he explained, like, you need to be mentally ready because growing the painting business is one thing, right? There's always going to be systems problems, sales problems, production problems. That just comes along with the territory. But what you're not prepared for is the people problems that you got to be ready for. And that's going to be a death in the family for one of your people. That is going to be something going on, a tragedy, something happening where they can't make it when you needed them. And how are you mentally prepared for things like that? And it really hit me in a different way because managing people is much, much different as you grow than managing the day-to-day fires that you're going to have to put out. So if you're going to make sure that you're mentally prepared for that, what better way than to get something done in the morning and feel really good about yourself to where you're a little bit more prepared, ready, and optimistic when things like that come. I thought that was something interesting that he mentioned, you know? And then another thing is being the leader your team needs, right? Like, think about if I'm working for someone and he's saying, hey, you're going to be getting a promotion, you're in line for, you know, the next step up in your role, whether maybe you're in sales, you want to be a sales manager, or you're a painter and you want to be a supervisor. And he's telling me these things, but I'm looking at his habits and I'm saying, I don't know if I can trust everything he's saying because I don't know how disciplined this guy is. How much can I take his words at face value, given the actions I'm seeing this guy do every day? I know if I'm looking at a leader, if I'm in an organization, I see him on time, early, ready, already feels like he didn't just roll out of bed and come into the office or show up to the job site. He already did something early in the morning, ready to go. It kind of makes you think different about that person, right? It's like, okay, this guy's actually about it, right? His actions speak louder than his words. And I want you guys to really question yourself. Can you hold yourself accountable in that way? Because you need to be the leader that your team needs for the future of your company, right? Because you're going somewhere. So are you prepared to actually, when you get there, be the level of leader that you need to be? So I would challenge you guys listening and make sure you make that adjustment in your schedule. Go to your calendar, which I'm going to talk about next, and just put a block. 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., gym, right? Something. Go play pickleball, go play some basketball, pick up basketball, whatever you do to get some stress, exercise, get your day flowing. Put that in your calendar and make that a priority. So that's next. Work-life balance. Calendar management. When I worked my corporate job, I had a few sales jobs and whatnot and management jobs. Time blocking was mandatory. And I know a lot of blue-collar guys, they don't have this, right? It's like, look, I got my estimates and I got my jobs. That's kind of what I have. And that's really it, right? Maybe I meet with a vendor here and there. But I am not so diligent in setting up my calendar to where it's like, what's next in my day? I look at my calendar. For me, that's how it is. And I know Joel's the same way. My calendar is built out as soon as I wake up to as soon as I go to sleep. And some of that is time for kind of flexibility. I'm not like so strict to where it's like I'm ultra productive because you will get burnt out. But I have my blocks for me first. Gym, dinner time, lunch, a little bit of flexibility in between. And then the rest are all available slots for me to be productive. Okay. And it's important that we use that calendar time to be intentional with income generating activities. Talk about that a lot on the podcast, right? How can you be intentional to the fact that I know when I'm doing a task that it matters for the business, that it is pushing us towards our goal. That's going to be sales follow-ups, right? That's going to be meeting with your team, improving performance. That is going to be networking, right? A lunch or a dinner or something to where you're pushing relationships so you can potentially get sales and grow your painting business and create alliances, right? That's what I mean by being intentional with your time and your calendar, because once you start to get more intentional with the tasks, you know what to say no to. That's where the work-life balance comes into play. Because I can fill up my calendar with some random shit, right? I could go golfing. I could go do this, that, just to appease me and things I want to do. But is that going to be the best for my business, for my guys, for the future of my company? I got to question that, right? I got to be very intentional with that. And I love it because sometimes I'll be visiting the job, and I know a lot of guys think, hey, I got to visit my jobs. I got to check in with the crews and the customers and whatnot. I would push back on that. I would say that's probably a bigger waste of time than you think. And guys, I'm not the guy that's going to tell you I never visit job sites, right? Like that. Sometimes you just got to check in, right? If you don't got a PM high level checking all the jobs and whatnot, yeah, you have to do that. But it's the excessive times you do it, right? You know things are going well and you're just popping in. Like, what are you doing? If you're just trying out painters or just trying out a sub, of course, yes, you have to double check. If there's a super particular job, sure, no problem. But it's the excessive stuff. For me, I try to only do it with content because obviously, I put out a lot of content. I try and make sure no matter where I go, if I show up somewhere, whether it's job site, wherever the case may be, that I'm being intentional and getting content so it's useful for my business and I can technically say that's income generating. Because I create ads, right? Hey guys, Aiden with Smith & Co. painting, blah, blah, blah. Especially if it's a really nice house, right? That is an income generating activity. I can give that video to my marketer and we can generate more income. Okay. So I just want to kind of give you like, hey, this is intentional. This is time wasting. Okay. And I'm not talking about scrolling through TikTok. You got to kind of limit that just in general. But I'm talking about like twiddling with your logo, right? Like, those things, they're not going to work. Don't put them on your calendar. Be intentional so you can make some more money, guys, and grow your business, okay? Next, I've really been a creature of habit when it comes to Sunday planning. Very intentional with this. This has been a game changer for me, and I know Joel's been doing it for a long time with his bookkeeping or his payroll and all that kind of stuff, financial stuff. Sunday is an amazing day where you get to, yes, spend time with your family. Go to church, watch the football game. There's no bigger Eagles fan than me, right? Like there's no guy that would love to just plop on the, couch and watch some football. But while I'm doing that, I'm just working a little bit, right? I'm just got my laptop and I'm just prepping for the week. I'm checking all the jobs, making sure the work orders are set up properly, make sure the schedule is aligned. I'm just making sure that the business is going to run properly so I have less headaches during the week. So be intentional when you have open days because my Sunday, you can't block anything. Sunday is off limits. I get to choose what I do on a Sunday. Sometimes that's cleaning the house. Sometimes that's going out with family to the restaurant. I want you to do those things. I love doing that. I'm the type of guy that likes to have a work-life balance. That's why I'm doing this right now. I like to do fun things, hang with family. But when you're intentional with the calendar, you get to block those things off. And you get to dictate what that looks like for you. If you look at my vision board over here somewhere, if you're watching this through video, you'll see that I have Ireland there, one of the places I want to go. And you could say, well, you're growing a business. How do you have time to go to these places and whatnot? I get to block my time off according to my goals and being intentional. And because I'm so accountable and disciplined, I get to do those types of things. And I want you guys to say the same. Don't cheat your family. Don't cheat your friends. Don't cheat your relationships. Don't get too consumed in the business to where you lose sight of that kind of stuff. We all want to make money. We all want to grow a business. Make sure you keep your priorities and your relationships at the top of your priority list as well. Very, very important, guys. One thing I use also, guys, just on a day-to-day has been a game changer is this book. It's called A Wise Daily Planner. It's got like an owl on it. But essentially, and this is a cool planner, and I kind of will put you guys on. It's a 6-month planner, okay? So in this book, I get to write down every single day what my to-do lists are for the next day, what my schedule is, what it looks like. So it's not all in my brain. I don't want to be thinking about a billion different things during the day because there are so many little things I could get done, tweak, adjust, right? But now it's all in this book. And why do I put it in this book? Why can't I just put it in my phone? I used to put it in my phone. I used to use my notes and go and just put down my to-do list for the next day. But I found that I was getting sidetracked. Notification hits my phone while I'm in there. Now I'm texting somebody. Now I'm on the phone. Now I'm checking my Instagram because somebody DM'd me. I need to compartmentalize things. You may have to do the same. Maybe you're more disciplined with the phone than me. But I found that this was an awesome planner for me to, just have everything, any notes, anything on the fly that I'm thinking about that. Maybe something comes to my head. Maybe somebody gives me some idea or recommendation or something I have to do. I can just write it in the book. keep a pen on me, boom, write it. I bring it everywhere. It's really been a freaking hack, if we're being honest. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to level up and get your time, situated and your mental situated, definitely recommend the planner. Another great thing it gives you is I got to fill out a chart of where I am now, right? It'll be like 0 out of 10 spiritually, 0 out of 10 financially, 0 out of 10 love life, right? It kind of gives you these markers. And then when the end of those 6 months happen and come, you get to fill it out again, see what the progress you make. I love that. Okay. So I'm definitely going to be sticking with that. And I think to see the gradual kind of, because sometimes we're in it and we're creating and making things happen, we don't get to look back and see the progress we've made. So that'll be a good 6-month check-in to be like, wow, I actually am making progress, and it's just another dopamine hit to keep going, keep grinding, right? So I love that. Cool. And then guys, make sure we're keeping God or whatever your faith or the things that you love at the center, right? Like I said, do not get too consumed with the business to where you can't put time towards the thing that make you who you are, right? And like I said on those Sundays, right? Like make sure you make that time with your family. If you can, have dinner with your family every day, right? Because your family life and your religion, your faith is going to be crucial in developing you as a leader. And you can't have a great business if your family life is messed up. I'm sorry, guys. That might be controversial. If you have on your mind that your family life is messed up, guys, it is going to be so tough to lead people and run an organization. Man, I'm so grateful. So grateful that I have the setup that I do. Invest in your partner, guys. Invest in your kid, your family, their education. Make sure they're okay at home so you can conquer out there in the field. Crucial, guys. I don't want to skip that. I know this isn't like one of those podcasts, but trust me, guys, I want to make sure you guys are set up for success. And that's why I'm giving these gems out. Okay, cool. So we covered fitness. We covered time management. We covered calendar. We covered Sunday planning. And another thing I want to cover also is making sure that your team is aligned in the same way, right? Another thing Glenn dropped for us. It was an amazing call. We added it to our school community. So guys that are a part of our community have access. But he said he pays for his sales reps gym memberships. I love that, right? It's not mandatory. There's no labor laws or anything like that. But he says, I want them to be in great shape so they can show up ready to go. And that their health is number one priority to us and that they have everything they need to deliver. That is just amazing to me because your health and your business, there is a straight line correlation. How you show up every day, ready to go. I see it all the time. The highest performers, the best performers are mentally strong, physically strong, ready to go, and can carry the weight, man, of this entrepreneurship life that can consume us. I know there's days out there where you feel it, man. I feel it too. But the ones who are ready for it, invest in themselves, their health, their mental, they can walk through it unfazed. Promise you. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Time management, work-life balance. I hope this helped you guys. Be intentional with your time, income generating activities, invest in your health, and make your personal life a priority. Okay. Don't lose sight of that. I know we're in a culture where it's like work 7 days a week. Prioritize. Keep the main thing the main thing. That'll be my quote, as Jalen Hurts says. So guys, appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be on for another series to kind of tackle some other stuff. So I'll talk to you on the next one.